Chairman, and I certainly would like to post again the budget resources issue, Madam Secretary, that my colleague brought up. Do you need any additional personnel financial support in order to achieve full implementation? Because I know that's a critical question for me.
Congresswoman, we are operating within our fiscal constraints and are doing all that we can in order to get the implementation, especially the implementation guidance, some that's been mentioned here today that's not complete yet, to be done as expeditiously as possible. And we've actually got a tiger team together from our districts to focus just on the implementation guidance over the next couple of months so that we can get this done.
Thank you. Under Title IV of 2014 Water Resources Law, several provisions addressing the growing water infrastructure crisis, financing, and the wastewater issue. In its subtitle C of that 2014 Title V, it authorized a new water infrastructure financing, or WIFIA, to encourage additional private sector financial. Do you have an update on implementation, and when can the program be ready for borrowers and lenders? And are you working with EPA and the Department of Transportation to learn from their experience in TIFIA?
Yes, we are. Actually, we're working closely with EPA. We're about to enter into a memorandum of understanding about how exactly we will be able to work this. As you know, this infrastructure bank for WIFIA is a loan guarantee program, and Corps of Engineers is not a loan guarantee or a granting agency. So trying to fit the provisions of WIFIA into our kinds of projects is something that we're trying to focus on and work through with EPA, and also looking to the experience of TIFIA with the Department.
Do you have any idea how long this is going to take, ma'am?
The staff is working this currently, and we believe this summer we'll have an analysis completed. So
I know, because one of the programs may end out in September, and we're going to lose some funding from local private nonprofit or non-government entity.
We understand, Representative, and we're working this as aggressively as we can. As Secretary Darcy said, this is new for us, but we've been working hard on a feasibility analysis of how this would fit into our program, getting smart on loan guarantees and working closely with the EPA. But this summer, we feel we should be able to have some resolution of the way ahead.
Please keep us informed. The other question to both of you is, I met with General Peabody last week or recently to get an update on the ongoing drought, which is quite critical in California and the western states, to look at the more flexibility for the water storage, especially in purposes of the dams. The 2007 WRRDA, there was a provision for a drought study to encourage the Corps to work with the Commerce inventory actions that could be taken by agencies to reduce the impact of drought. And it was set back for lack of funding, I understand, and being called a lower priority. Given the fact that we have some serious drought issues in the West, and I was just wondering if there is going to be a reprioritizing of this particular study that would be able to help the western states. And it's coming to mind, as General Bostic was mentioning, that Texas has an inordinate amount of water. Do you have any recommendations, in addition, of how we can store that water and refurbish or replenish aquifers? Because we will be continuing with drought cycles, as we are all aware of.
There are several things that we're working on. First, the deviations that we've made in the past year, we've learned a lot from those. We think on a case-by-case basis we can turn those decisions fairly quickly and allow for more water supply. The other thing we're working is our WRRDA, or Engineering Research and Development Agency, is working very closely with other interagency partners, and they have funding to look at atmospheric rivers and the possibility of rain in the atmosphere as it moves from the west to the east, to have better indication of when that will happen and how we can better prepare. The other thing we're working on is our dam certification and making sure that the dams are structurally sound, so that if we want to increase the amount of water, we're capable of doing that.
especially in areas that are very critical. Could I get a commitment possibly to revisit the 2007 WRRDA study?
Congresswoman, I think we should take a look at that, given the
I'd really appreciate it.
we will take another look at that. And also, as far as your provision of, I think it's important to you, I think it's 1,046 in the WRRDA bill, where the process is ongoing to do that implementation guidance.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Chairman Schuster.